score for Luke over here to the right. Adam King, WBNS.
Luke, how's the nose?
It's good. Yeah, I meant to say busted. I didn't mean to say break. So it's good. It's on to the next one. So.
Is that different? Yeah, what's it different?
I mean, I don't know. It's just bruised up. It's just my helmet. Every time I hit someone, it just like comes down my face like that and bruises it up. So it's been busted for a long time. So just haven't gotten it fixed.
Made for some cool pictures. After the game, I saw you and Donovan Jackson kind of share a moment where you said you've got a lot more and you keep going.
Yeah.
When you have the support of the offensive line like that, what does that do for you?
It means the world. Just speak upon like just being confident out there and playing the game. Like that guy's been in a whirlwind this year. So have we all with just what's happened on our offensive line and stuff like that. So to have someone in your back pocket like that, that's giving you the confidence to go out there and play like you have been. It's a lot of fun.
Go over to the right. Andrew Gillis, Cleveland.com.
Do you feel more confident, having a couple of games, series of snaps under your belt now? How much more confident do you feel going into this Texas game as compared to, Oregon and Tennessee?
Yeah, it's actually funny you say that. I've really felt the same the whole time. I haven't really blinked when I've gotten out there and got my opportunity. I think just the preparation the coaches have given us, like over these last couple of weeks going into games, like just that gives you confidence on itself.
Go all the way to the back. Mark Coons, BSCN.
Luke, we hear a lot about how this team is fighting to play one more week together. Is this team closer than last year's teams and teams in the past?
For the ones, the two I've been on, I would say this one's definitely the closest as a team. Like we've all been around each other. I think just the ups and downs this year. It's been a whirlwind, like I said, and we just continue to get closer and closer through every game. And we don't want it to end, so we have an opportunity and a chance for one more game to play. And we're going to go out and give it our all, and hopefully that's enough to get us to the next one.
Cameron Teague Robinson, The Athletic.
Luke, obviously Will's been the leader of this group since he got here. But
yeah.
What can you say, or where have you seen him grow or his leadership take a step just in this playoffs? It seems like he's taken a lot of stuff to the next level.
Yeah. I think his leadership has been tremendous all year. I mean, he's kind of a guy that you kind of just get to know like right out of the gate. He's very energetic, very positive all the time, and obviously talks a lot and very social like I am. So, he's awesome. I think Coach Day does a great job with an analogy of just like it gets more intense. Like the more playoff wins you get, like just it ramps up. So obviously, leadership obviously ramps up as well as that intensity goes.
Will's intensity fed into everybody else.
Yeah, I really think it's not even just Will. I just think it's us having an opportunity to play one more game, like Mark said. I mean, we have an opportunity, and we don't want it to end.
We'll go to Jeremy Birmingham, the podcast.
What makes Texas's defensive front unique in the initial film that you watched, and how challenging is it for an inexperienced group of offensive line players?
Well, I think, first of all, we're going into their territory in Dallas, so obviously it's going to be loud. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's an SEC team. It's our SEC team in the way, and they got a lot of great players up front, and they're kind of banking on you guys losing your one-on-ones and stuff like that. So I think it's an amazing opportunity to go and show how confident we are and go out and play our ball.
Luke, we're going to have a couple Zoom questions on from Texas or around the world. Scotty, take her away.
Yes, sir. We have our first question coming from Stephen Means. Stephen, go ahead.
Steven, you ain't here?
No, I'm doing some family stuff. Sorry. Look, obviously with these being your first real meaningful snaps that you've gotten to get the last two games, what's been the benefit of being able to rotate with someone in terms of, in comparison to having to play a heavy load the last two games? For you, the benefit of
I think obviously now if I had to play a full game, I'd obviously be able to. I think I'd be able to from day one just because of all the stuff we're doing here, like staying in shape and our preparation and stuff like that. But I think for not playing for 2.5 years since high school, I think the 30th, whatever snaps I played was a great amount. And obviously it just enhances as the game goes on.
Your next question is going to come from Stefan from Cleveland.com. Stefan, go ahead.
Hey, Luke, I guess kind of to follow up on that, just how much has it helped you to have, Austin and Tegra there kind of in that rotation to, lean on and talk to between series and things along those lines?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. I think obviously they start the game with the first series or two, and I get to ask them questions on like what they're like, what their moves are, what are they doing up front, are they doing anything different that we've seen on film and stuff like that.
Your next question is going to come from Kurt Bowles from the Houston Chronicle. Kurt, go ahead.
Hey, Luke. Good to see you. To piggyback on the defensive line question, anybody jump out at you, and who exactly will you be going up against?
Yeah, I think they're all tremendous athletes. A ton of respect to Texas and what they've done this year. It's a lot of fun watching them on film. They have a great defense. I think all their defensive linemen are great players. Obviously, specifically speaking, the interior guys who I'll be going up against, I think they're all really good. They have different moves and bring different things to the table, so we got to be ready for that.
Do you think they've kind of been a pass first kind of team and struggled some with the run? Do you feel like y'all do better against teams like that are maybe, I don't know if you think they're as physical as y'all are or not?
No, I think everyone's the same. I think, we'll see what happens in this game. Obviously, we're pretty new to the game plan here, but we have a big practice today, and that's what we're really focused on. And obviously that time will come in the game.
All right, we're going to take two more from Zoom and then turn it back to Columbus. Our next one is going to come from Michael Cohen. Michael, go ahead.
Hey, Luke, question for you. When we spoke to Ryan Day on Friday, he mentioned that at this time of the year, he's able to focus even more on the X's and O's and less on some of the other like CEO kind of stuff that head coaches have to do in college football. And I was wondering from your perspective, where have you seen that show up the most in the way that the offense has played the last 2 weeks?
Well, I think it just goes, what you said right out of the gate, I think we have more time. Obviously school's starting back up, but we haven't had school for a couple of weeks, and that gives us more time to walk through, more time to have even more reps than we usually have. I thought Coach Bailey said going into that Oregon game, we had like 970-something reps in that week leading up to the game and stuff like that. And that's not just practice, that's walkthroughs, that's even more walkthroughs and stuff like that. So obviously when you have the opportunity to have more time to put in your game plan, it's going to go to show during the game.
Okay, our final question for Luke from Zoom is going to come from Dan Hope. Go ahead, Dan.
Luke, you started your career here at tackle. Now you're playing guard. To see what Donovan's done moving from guard to tackle, just how impressed have you been with his transition?
He's a tremendous athlete, guys. I know he played tackle in high school, and it's a lot different coming here. But for him to do that, obviously just speaks more volumes of who he is as a person. I know that he wanted to be an All-American at guard and stuff like that, and he still got that this year. But, he's done a tremendous job going from guard to tackle, and not many people can do that.
Jerry, over to you.
Okay, we got time for just a few more questions. We'll go to Tim May, Letterman Row.
Yeah, Luke, picking up on the Donovan Jackson thing, there was one play in particular that just caught my eye, man. It was the long pass to Jeremiah Smith for a second touchdown, but Donovan looked like a boxing match with Jordan Birch, physically and stuff. What does he bring from that realm of just pure physical play in the game?
If you were to build an offensive lineman, I'd probably just point you to Donovan Jackson. He's tremendous at all levels. He can get to the second level. He's fast. He's very strong, obviously, and he can play all 5 positions. And obviously, if I was an NFL guy, I don't know why I wouldn't pick Donovan Jackson.
Yeah, does he feel like an older brother?
Yeah, he does feel like 100%. Yeah, he's, he gives us all confidence, even more confidence than we already have, and he's a lot of fun. Obviously, he's been here and done it for a long time, and we're doing this for him, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
Luke, obviously you don't know what an NFL season feels like, but does this feel like a long season at this point? And
yeah, it makes you learn a lot about your body and what recovery really means and what it does for you over time and stuff like that. And obviously, high school you played like 10 games, and Finley, we weren't very great, so we didn't get to play much past 10, 11 games. So. But, the first season here for me was a whirlwind for sure. Second season, I kind of found my comfort zone and found what I needed to do to get my body right for going this long into a season.
compared to last year, when you have a real bowl, an actual bowl, and you have that gap, does this feel almost like regular season? You're on to the next?
Yeah.
The two
100%. Yeah, and it's better than regular season in my opinion, obviously, because we have more time to game plan and prep. We get a couple extra days, and whatever we can find that inch to win this game is what we're going to do. And I don't care how long we're in this facility, but we're going to be here as long as we can to figure out what we need to do to win.
Steve Hellwagen, 24/7 Sports.
Yeah, Luke, you kind of did have to wait a little while to get this opportunity, and Austin, got in there at the beginning of the season and different things. Just did you always just maintain that patience and belief that your time was going to come? And obviously, this is the beginning of what could be a great future for you at Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, we have a tremendous defense here. I'll start it off saying that. Like, for me, being able to play them every day, I just treat it like a game. Maybe I didn't get the reps on Saturday, but my Tuesday and Wednesday practices in full contact was my game, and I needed to really enhance that as much as I could to be able to be ready for this moment.
Great, folks. We're gonna. We good if I end it right there for a little over time? I've got Caleb waiting here. Luke, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.